Right now, statistically, 92% of people who set ambitious goals will fail. They'll start with fire in their bellies in January and be back on the couch by March. But here is the secret the top 1% won't tell you. Success isn't about having more willpower, better luck, or superior genes. It's about a fundamental shift in how your brain processes reality. Today, we're moving past the hustle culture cliches. We are looking at the neurobiology of failure and the engineering of success. If you've ever felt stuck in a loop of starting and quitting, this is why. And more importantly, this is how you break it. We have a goal-setting crisis. Most of us are taught to focus on the what. What do I want? $1 million? A six-pack? A promotion? But the what is a destination with no map. According to researchers at the University of Scranton, the problem isn't a lack of motivation, it's a system failure. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are fickle. Systems, however, are mechanical. To be the 1%, you have to stop being a goal setter and start being a system builder. To understand failure, we have to look at the amygdala. This is your brain's ancient alarm system. Its job is simple: keep you alive by keeping things exactly the same. To your amygdala, change equals danger. When you set a massive goal, your brain triggers a fear response. This is why you feel that sudden resistance or procrastination the moment things get hard. Conversely, the prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, loves the idea of a goal because it releases dopamine just by thinking about it. You get a high from planning, which tricks your brain into feeling like you've already won. The 1% know this. They don't set goals that trigger the alarm. They use micro-habits to sneak past the amygdala's defenses. Most people quit because of a distorted perception of time. You expect progress to be linear, that every hour of work equals 1 unit of result. But success is exponential. You spend weeks, months, or even years in what we call the valley of disappointment. You're doing the work, but you see no results. The 99% see this flat line and conclude that the system isn't working. They quit right before the curve starts to turn upward. The 1% understand that work is never wasted. It is simply stored. Like an ice cube in a room being heated from 20 to 31 degrees. Nothing happens until you hit 32. Then, the transformation is instant. James Clear and Eckhart Tolle both touch on a profound truth. Your goals must match your identity. If you tell yourself, "I'm trying to write a book," your identity is still someone who isn't a writer. This creates internal friction. The 1% operate in the power of now. They don't focus on the 500-page manuscript in the future. They focus on being a writer this second. When you sit down and write one sentence, you are a writer in that moment. You aren't working toward a goal. You are embodying a version of yourself that the goal naturally belongs to. When the identity changes, the behavior becomes automatic. Willpower is a finite battery. If you rely on it to get through the day, you will eventually run out. The 1% rely on environment design. Research from Duke University shows that 40% of our daily actions are habits triggered by environmental cues. If you want to be the 1%, you must apply the 20-second rule. Make the habits you want to keep 20 seconds easier to start, and the habits you want to break 20 seconds harder to access. Want to go to the gym? Set your clothes out by the bed. Want to stop scrolling? Put your phone in another room. Stop fighting your environment and start engineering it. Here is your 1% blueprint. First, define your identity. Don't say, I want to be rich. Say, I am a disciplined investor. Second, use the 2-minute rule. Every new habit should take less than 2 minutes to start. You aren't running a 5K. You're putting on your shoes. You aren't writing a chapter. You're writing a paragraph. Third, use habit stacking. Attach your new identity to something you already do. After I pour my morning coffee, I will write 1 sentence. This creates a neural bridge that makes success inevitable. The difference between you and the 1% isn't a lack of potential. It's a lack of a system that respects your biology. The 99% will finish this video and go back to their old patterns. But you've stayed until the end. You now have the map. Pick one goal. Apply the 2-minute rule. Change your environment today. If you're ready to stop setting goals and start building systems, type I am the 1% in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of peak performance. Start now, not tomorrow. Now.